Hello everyone and welcome back to another Grainman Travels, and now we're back in the UK and we're on a new area and a new map called Crocken Farm. Now this is a new map that came out today, the 12th of the 5th 2023 from Mod Hub. So let's just run through some of the stats about this map while we fly about and have a quick look. So this is a map by a brand new map maker called GameTimeTone. The size of the map is 318.41 megabytes to download, and it's on version 1. Like I said, it was released today, so that's good. So let's run through some of the information that's actually on the description. So it's based on a fictitious place somewhere in the UK. In new farmer mode, you actually are taking over an existing farm with some existing machinery that's a little bit worn, and to be honest with you, some of the machinery is worn out, which is quite cool to see. It's 36 fields of quite a few different shapes and sizes, as you can see from the flying over. All the areas of the map can be bought, so that's nice. We've got some custom animal husbandries on the main farm. All the farm buildings, including the animal husbandries, can be sold as well. The textures, the plants and some of the other textures are able to be painted down, so that's nice. It's got a free water source. It's got 2 additional crops as well, rye and field bean, which I've never ever come across before actually. So, and from going around the map a little bit, the roads are a good size, as you can see there. So the actual use of bigger equipment on a UK based map is really definitely possible, so that's nice. There's 20 collectibles to be found, and there's 8 sale points, and there's some areas to place productions, and there's a sawmill, a BGA and an animal dealer. So let's get cracked on and let's just skip into our equipment as we always do. So let me just get down on the ground and we'll do that bit now. You actually start with some really nice equipment in new farm mode. So in the medium tractors, you start with a John Deere 6250R, 300 horsepower, another 6250R, 300 horsepower, and a 246 horsepower Fendt 724 Vario. Nice to see a Fendt in there as well. I do like a good Fendt tractor. And we have a Case Axial Flow 7150 combine, which is 449 horsepower. And also with this map, you can obviously do the 2 additional custom crops. So that's nice to see. A JCB 54170 Agri Pro telehandler. So that's nice to see as well. And we have, this is brilliant in my opinion, a Lizard Santana 88. Now that's mega. It's just an old school Land Rover in my opinion, so that's great to see on a British map. A Crampy trailer, the header to go with the case harvester, so 7.5 metre or a 25 foot header if you're in the in America, and a Cockling Flatline 600 cultivator. A nice Vardastad Rapid 800S seeder, which needs 240 horsepower, so it's pretty good. A nice Dalbo power roll set. A Hardy Mega 1200 litre sprayer, so that's good. A little front mower, actually, that's quite a nice little front mower, I must admit. That's nice to see, something a little bit different. KUHN VB 3190 baler, that's good. Some telehandler tools as well, and a header trailer. Now, one thing that is interesting is all of the equipment that comes in new farmer mode is at 50%, apart from this one. So quite a lot of it, as you can see, is slightly worn, apart from this 6250R here. But that's nice. There's some really nice buildings as well by, I believe it's Lancyboi, from what I remember. So that's nice to see. I mean, this is the main farmyard. It's got some nice areas, some really nice sheds though, as I've said. And we've got the farmhouse here, which has got the, I've driven the Land Rover here as well. So we've got the trigger for saving and sleeping, or sleeping, sorry. And we've got a trigger for then changing your clothes, so that's good. So, and then over here, we've got some new areas of animal husbandry. So, probably gonna just, there's this one, 560 slot cow barn, so that's nice to see. I'm just gonna fly a bit, I think it might be a bit quicker. Let's fly over here. And we've got a, I think this is the horse barn. Let's have a look. I'm pretty certain it is actually. Oh, sheep barn, sorry. 650. That's nice to see. A big sheep barn, that. Chicken shed. Chicken, or pigsty, sorry. I'm not doing very well today on these, am I? 540. So let's have a look. As you can see, really nice outlook on the map as well. It's a really bright, nice map. Very British, very nicely done. Where's the chickens? I think they're here. Let's just zoom down quickly. No. There's the horses, I think. Let's have a look. Let's have a quick zoom across here. Horse barn large, there we are. 14 horses, so good size horse barn as well. Chickens, I think, then are over here. Yes, they are. Yeah, outdoor pen. So, which is nice to see actually. There's a lot of nice custom husbandries on this map. 720. Wow, that's really quite impressive. Okay, so what we'll do now then is we'll have a quick look at the actual map layout itself on the PDA. So we'll literally skip through. So as you can see, it's got some very nice sized fields of different sizes and shapes, which is nice to see as well. It's a very interesting shape, especially this one at the top and these one as they interlock with each other. So that's good. You'll probably see actually there's a couple of big fields of field bean and a couple of big fields of rye. So that's nice to see as well that you can buy those. But so I mean, there's a main road that runs from the top left all the way down to this main drag here, and then obviously there's around here. The rest of these fields you can get to via tracks in between, etc. So that's quite nice. And there's a big main road through here as well, and down here, which then intersects straight down the middle past our main farm, as I've shown with all the other bits and bobs. You start with the two fields. So start with area 51, field 22 and field 21. So that's quite nice to see. As I said, it's not so much a custom crop calendar in regards to timings, but obviously there is the custom crops there, field bean and rye, and they're both in some very interesting. So the actual planting and the harvest season of those are very random, especially in the middle June and July for the rye for the harvest, which is like bang in the middle of some of the other ones, but usually you'd sit over normally, apart from barley, over July and August. So it's quite nice to see that there is some custom timings to keep you busy. When it comes to the animals, I could run through. You got the pigsty, the sheep barn, the cow barn, chicken pasture, and the horse barn. Contracts again, like some of the other maps I've done recently. There's some very big contracts now. It's nearly 40 grand for field 3. I think field 3 is. If I can find field 3, it's this one up here, yeah. So big field. So I mean, that's, if you could do that in like a multiplayer or something, that would be a really good way to set you up on this game, I suppose. No productions in new farmer mode for you that are given straight away, and that's pretty much it in that respect. There's some nice areas to sell your goods though, which is quite nice to see. I mean, there's an awful lot, I must admit. One thing I will say, and what I did check earlier, was the field bean. I mean, that sells at 3,720 in July, and the rye sells for 1,223. So field bean compared to the standard crops, I'm just going to have a quick check on this. Wheat's 1,200, 1,500 for oat, barley's 1,300, canola 2,1, sorghum. Okay, soy's. Okay, so it's not quite as good as soy, I don't think. So let's double check that. Soy's 3,7. Close. Okay. So I wonder if field bean is very similar to soy when it comes to the actual yield you get. I've never actually run a game on FS22 with field beans, so it'd be interesting to run one, and this map is definitely of interest to me at the moment, so that's good to see. So that's nice. Well, what we'll do, go back to the main map again, we'll just run through some of the production areas. So you start here, it's a nice big farmyard actually, to track through there as well. So over the farm you get a Crocken oil seed and grain, so that's a nice sale point. Up the top left we've got the supermarket. Then we've got the sawmill in the top left. Up the top we've got a BGA. So and the debris crusher. If we go to the BGA, can we buy it? And if we can, how much? They're usually about not £1 million, but let's see. Can't see the buy trigger anywhere. I would have thought you should be able to. No, let's have a quick scouting around a little bit. Well, if anybody else knows where the buy trigger is for the BG on this map, then let me know in the comments below, and I can always revisit it as well if there's another update for this, but a couple of areas to drop stuff off. Oh well. Right, moving on. What we've got here, we've got a restaurant, we've got vehicle shop, which is where you start with your Land Rover. Gas station, which is nice, we've done that one. And down here we've got the farm shop. So just a nice place to sell. And then here we've got the Crocken grain, animal dealer and livestock bales. So really nice area, like I said. And just a few things. I'm going to skip back actually to the Land Rover. I'm just going to run through a few little bits and bobs that I found really quite impressive for a modder on their first map. Now, just since I live in the UK and I live in an agricultural area as well, just some of the little bits he's put on. It's quite interesting. Can I find my way out of the farm? Yeah, I think I can. It's right here. Let's have a look. So just silly things like, whoa, traffic. The telegraph poles on the side of the roads, the slow signs on the road, the actual textures of the road themselves. Some of the giveaway markings on the road are fantastic. It's just the little details like that to me make this map very, very impressive for a first map by a modder. The giveaway sign as well. They're just right. They're in the right place, and I'm very, very impressed actually. I just think it's the modder should be really proud. Even the silly little things like there was that storm drain in the side of the road there. I'll see if I can find another one. It's going to make you look like silly now, but things like the slow down or the slow sign on the bottom of the road, and then into a 30-mile-an-hour zone, absolutely bob on. It really is very, very well done. Can I find another storm drain? There. Just things like that. They are there in the UK. We do have them. It's just nice. One thing I will say though is down this main street, it might just been just a bit more detail on the pavement. And that, and probably on the buildings a little bit, but apart from that, really, really impressive. Traffic seems as mad as ever, but that's completely normal, so that's fine. Nice big spawn area as well for your machines, that's nice. Petrol station is what we call it in the UK, or fuel station, so that's just over the road as well. But yeah, generally just really, really nice map to drive around. Textures are really well done. The edge of the roads are really nice and smooth. Just everything is just really, really nice. So hats off to the modder. GameTimeTone, keep up the good work. Really, if you can do any more maps based on the UK, it's really nice to see. So what we'll do now, we'll do our last usual thing, and we'll change to the farmland view, and we'll have a skip through some of the field prices. So let's say if we're in new farm mode, want to expand into field 23. 360,000, that's expensive. 441, 140, that's not too bad. 124, these areas are where the BJ is. 37, sorry, not BJ, the grain mill, etc. 38, 292, this is a big field. 34, 1.313 million. Ow. 1.1 million, 520,000. Wow, 784. Okay, so field prices are expensive. Can see where there's some big roads in. So 484. Does it put me off? A little bit maybe. It'd be a big grind to make it work, and obviously you'd have to put some custom productions in, I think. So, but apart from that, that's probably the only downside. Probably the field prices need to be slightly altered, but apart from that, this map for a first map is absolutely amazing. So hats off to the modder, fantastic job. Hopefully you found this video informative. If you have, give it a like, subscribe to the Grainman channel, and I hope to see you again soon on my travels. Many thanks.